About 7 hours north of Las Vegas is Sagebrush Ranch. It's one of the state's legal brothels, tucked out in the middle of the desert. Before we sit down with Misty Lane, who works here, let's start with a quick tour. When you first walk in, you're in this big open space that kind of has it all. It's a lobby, living room, and a bar all rolled into one. There's comfy seating, a full bar. They even have a stripper pole right in the middle. They also sell merch, which you know I love. The vibe is laid back but bold, exactly what you'd expect from a place that's been part of Nevada's legal sex work scene for decades. All right, now that you've seen the front of the house, let's go chat with Misty and get the inside scoop on what it's really like to work here.
Hey guys, Misty Lane, and I am here at Sagebrush Ranch in Carson City, Nevada. One misconception about working at the ranch means that you have no boundaries, that you're just there for anyone and you'll do anything. That is not true. People think you walk in here and it's just kind of a free-for-all, which is not the case at all whatsoever. If a client comes in that I would not like to see, I don't have to see them. So there's never anything that's pushed on us. They are very, very open to us, letting us make our own decisions. So I actually got into this industry by pure curiosity. I had seen a documentary and decided I was at a point in my life where I could make that change. And so I did it and I tried it. I came out originally for 2 weeks and ended up staying 4 because I loved it. And I think I found my calling. It's nothing like people think. After my first tour, I knew that this was something that I was interested in getting to know more about. And after about a year in, I decided to go full-time. This is definitely not my long-term goal. I got into this, like I said, kind of out of curiosity. I'm enjoying it. So until I'm not enjoying it any longer, I will stay here and be Misty. But I also have a lot of other things that I'm working on outside of the ranch, just because I feel like I have a lot more to offer than just this. So I have a podcast I'm starting. I have lots of stories to tell. And so I have a lot of things in the works. So just keep an eye out for Misty Lane.
What is your specialty?
I personally do more of a girlfriend experience where it's like we go out to dinner. I'm your girlfriend for the night. I'm your girlfriend for the weekend. That's more of my specialty. We come in here, I'll give you a massage.
Is the ranch busy on holidays or is that a slow time?
On holidays, some holidays are very busy and some aren't. But for the most part, yes, because people like to celebrate differently. Some people don't necessarily have a family to spend it with, so they come and spend it with us. So a holiday is a great time to come in and see us. I would suggest always making an appointment though, just to make sure that the lady that you are looking for is there and that she knows to expect you. One of my best parties actually became a very long-term client, started on Easter. So yeah, holidays are fun. The day I walked in the door, I felt comfortable here. This place made me feel like a family. And that's kind of hard for me because I don't have a lot of family, but this place made me feel like a family the moment I walked in. And that's why I've been very loyal to them. But as far as client-wise, no, because I like to meet new people. I like to talk to people. I like to find out interesting things about people's lives, and I could never find that in my normal everyday life, especially my old life. The top 3 things a client should know before visiting is just to be respectful. We are not to be talked down to or disrespected. Respect, respect, respect goes so long. Number 2, good manners. We are still ladies and we want to be treated like ladies. Number 3, just expect to leave with a smile on. Whether it's just a meeting, a drink at the bar, a full-blown party, an out date, a game of pool. You're gonna leave with a smile on after you've left here. Dennis Hoff, yes, he was a pioneer in the industry. I remember learning about Dennis Hoff on the Howard Stern show. I was a big, I still am, but not as much as I was in the 90s. I listened to Howard every day, even 2000s. And that's how I learned about Dennis and the brothels and the Bunny Ranch and the Sibian. So that's how I learned about Dennis. And he didn't disappoint. I don't have anything bad ever to say about Dennis. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be in the position I am today, and I thank him for that. I was a fan of Cat House. I watched it. I was a young mom, and I remember putting my son to bed at night and watching Cat House and Taxi Cab Confessions, I believe. So yeah, I was. And now we have some of the legends that were actually on the show in some of the houses now. So yeah, I definitely was, and I wish it would come back, honestly, because I'd love to be a part of anything positive about these places, because it's not what people think. And the more that I can talk about it and say about it, to say that, you know, you don't have any idea what it's like until you walk in those doors. My weirdest client experience. I will tell you this, and I've told this story a lot of times, but I'm gonna tell it again because it's a good one. I was only here, I think, 4 days. Brand new, didn't know what to do, and got picked out of lineup. It was a very crazy party. It involved a skeleton because it was right on Halloween. And what else? A mannequin that was missing an arm and a leg that I actually almost drowned in that tub there, because when you're missing an arm and a leg, you fill up with water. Yeah, that was a fun party, and I was 4 days in, and it was crazy. And I think that's what kind of made me decide to make this my career, because I was so sheltered before, and I feel like I can finally be alive now. So that one really broke me in, and that one goes down in the history books of the Sagebrush Ranch, I would say. I remember even Dennis Hoff tweeting about it, so that meant it was something good. All of my social media accounts are Misty, M-I-S-T-Y, S as in Sam, B as in Bunny, and R as in Ranch. So follow me and let me know what you think. Bye, guys.